Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, September 23rd, and we are here trying to help you make better or less bad or wiser. Maybe wiser is a good, not better, wiser financial decisions, because so often we hear from folks who have made these big, huge life decisions and they haven't considered some of the financial implications. So if you need some help, if you need another set of eyes and ears on a situation, you've got a decision to make, or you just want to know whether or not you're kind of moving towards the right direction to reach your goals, give us a holler. Go to jillonmoney.com, click the contact us button, write us a note. And if you'd like to join us on the air, just check that box. Mark will do everything else. Hey, while you're on the website, two things. Sign up for the free weekly newsletter. I love that newsletter. Comes out every Friday. And subscribe to the Jill on Money live service, because tomorrow night we are hosting an amazing, exquisite topic. You ready for this? We're going to be doing a live webinar, and it is all about real estate. We're going to talk about those new weird real estate rules and how buyers have new chances to save some money, how sellers don't, and what's going on in the market and what's going on in the mortgage market. We're going to do it all of it for you, only if you are part of Jill on Money Live. $35, access to 4 quarterly live webinars, the back catalog, and bonus video content. So check that out. It's all on the website. All right. Today, we are doing a little couples therapy. We've got Ashley and Brian on the line from the Bay Area. I don't know if it's couples therapy, but it is a couple. And I love getting both sides of the equation because, you know, when you are a couple, you are also a financial couple, not just a romantic one. So welcome, you guys. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you.
All right. Who is the one who pushed for this call? Let's find out. Ashley, you start. Yes. What brings you to us?
I'm a previous call-in. I was on the show in January, I believe, of 2023, and we talked about Brian. Brian and I have since had some changes. We moved in together. Jill, you pushed for that. We moved in together. He's had a job change, just kind of some growth, and just making sure that we're nice and stable. And that's where
Why did I tell you to move in together? Just to save money, or because I said, like, what was my rationale for that?
It was exactly that. You were like, you know how to cut some of those high Bay Area costs, and I said, yeah. And you were like, yeah. So
all right, then I like it. I hope I didn't say it for love, because it's actually nicer to have your own space.
Yeah. Here, Brian's laugh.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what's going on and how we can help you out. First, Ashley, how old are you?
I am 40.
And Brian?
I am 51.
And are you guys married or just cohabitating?
Cohabitating.
Okay. And whose house?
Renting.
Oh, okay. How's the rent in the Bay Area?
Well, when you go from a 2-bed, 2-bath to a 1-bed, 1-bath, it's much better.
Oh, funny how that happens. So what are you paying in rent?
We pay about altogether, and I say altogether because, of course, parking and all the expenses, it's probably about $5,200 for a one-bed, 1-bath.
For a one-bedroom. With your cohabitation and going from a 2-bedroom to a 1-bedroom, are you guys saving a ton of money now?
Yes, we're probably saving about $1,000 to $1,200 each per month.
Each? Wow. All right. Are you guys both working full time?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay. So, Brian, how much do you earn?
$250,000 per year.
Go back. I like the 3 better.
Yeah, you and me both. I had a vision in my head. It didn't work.
Okay, I understand. Okay, and Ashley, how about you?
$283.
Oh, wow. You guys make a lot of money together. But let me ask you a funny question when I said about the saving. Are you saying you save $1,000 to $1,200 a month each in addition to any retirement savings?
Yes, that's in addition to.
Okay. So tell us on your $250, Brian, how much are you putting away into retirement?
So I'm maximizing. We have a 403B at the hospital that we work at, and I'm doing catch up, so $30,000 a year.
Is it pre-tax or is it a Roth?
Pre-tax.
Okay, got it. How much is in there?
And there currently is $15,000 as of today. I just started this job though in April, so I'm catching up for the year.
Where's the rest of the moolah that you saved up?
I had a previous job and I already had put, I think, 4,000 into a 457 at
Mm-hmm.
that job. That 457 has 66,000 in it from
Mm-hmm.
my time at the previous job.
And any other retirement savings from the
Yes.
past? Tell
Yes, I
me
have
more.
an IRA,
Mm-hmm.
335,000.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Roth with 11,000, and I have a brokerage with 102,000.
Okay. That's
And then
great.
I have a high yield Marcus, about 4.5% that has 116 in it.
Is that earmarked for anything?
Well, that's one of the questions that we have.
Okay.
We just moved $48,000 into it from the sale of an RV, and
Whose RV?
it was ours, mine, ours. It's complicated, but it was mine. So
Uh,
that money is sitting there not earmarked, and that's one of the questions is what to do with that 48,000.
okay. So of the 116, it's higher just because of I'm just going to say 50
Correct.
grand from the
Yes,
RV. Okay, got it.
correct. Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. So great for you. So that's it for the assets. No rental property, no I own my mother's house or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Ashley, for your 283, are you also putting money into a retirement account?
Yes, I am
How?
maxing out my 403b.
Okay.
And right now I was trying to log in. So I've got about 443,
Okay.
and part of that, as we spoke about last time I was on, I had some rollover IRAs that my employer allowed me to go ahead and roll into their retirement plan. So I put that
That's
in
good.
there, and then I have a Roth with 27, and then a brokerage with 124.
Okay. So when you're each saving your 1,000 to 1,200, you're each putting money into your own brokerage accounts?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And then I've got a high yield savings account that has about right at 50,000 in it. And our monthly expenses are fairly low. We both have about 53 to 5,500. Call it 6,000 each on a month where we like to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And what ends up happening with that is that leaves me, and that's with take home. I still have about 3,000 to 4,000 a month that I'm putting in a brokerage.
What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and of course, the higher the number goes, the hungrier you get. You just want to keep adding to it, and it's very, very motivating. So, I've kind of hustled up on that a little bit recently into the brokerage account. So, that's one of the questions. Brian has this windfall from the RV sale, and all of a sudden I said, "Oh, you should put it in your brokerage account." And he said,
Well, I mean, I think that it's possible.
So.
Is there anything else out there that is lurking? Like, is there any debt?
Just my vehicle is 50,000, so the payment's about $850 a month.
What's the interest rate on that 50,000?
It is 5.7%.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Right.
And that's the only debt? No school loans, no
None.
other, okay. No credit card, okay.
Nothing.
So there is no desire that you're not going to tell me you have to buy some $2 million townhouse or something, right?
Absolutely not.
No way. You're loving, did you guys own real estate previously?
We both did individually before we were together.
And how, so let me ask you something. I was just being interviewed by one of my colleagues in the news bureau, and she's like, well, what would you tell somebody who wants to buy and they can't? I said, rent. Now, do you want to extol the virtue of renting to our audience?
Yes, if anything breaks, you just call somebody or send an email and they come to your apartment and fix it for you, and it doesn't cost you any money. How about that?
So, like, that maintenance is a killer.
Yes.
And I think that often people are like, oh, it's the principal and the interest. Well, it's also the insurance and it's the maintenance. And it's like even not just breaking, just like the ongoing stuff that happens, right? Just
For me, I owned a 2-bed, 2-bath condo. And what kept happening was everything was great. I refied after the pandemic, had a really nice low rate. I wasn't spending a lot of time there because Brian lived north, and so I was traveling north to see him a lot of the time. I worked north, and I wasn't spending a lot of time, and then the HOA fees kept going up for lack of services and what they provided, and that I had no control over that. So that was really cutting into any fun I was having at my condo, owning my condo. It just really took away the shiny parts of it.
That's awesome, though. I love that you just you pull the trigger. You guys are living large. You're so good at this, in this process. You. Okay, so now, Mark Talercio, how would you feel about paying off this auto loan at 5.7%?
I would do it.
I think I would too. I would too.
Love it.
I would too. I think that there's this weird karmic part of it. So no, number one is obviously the money, and you could put the money in the brokerage account, but I don't know. I feel like it came out of the RV. It's going to go to pay down an auto loan. It's just pay that sucker off and then just keep cranking on your investing. You're doing a great job and don't look back. But I would take that money and pay off the loan, 5.7% after tax. You guys do live in a high tax state. So even with the money you're earning, which is a lot, and, I know that you're filing singly, but, you're both in the top, let's see, you're probably at 24, 32-ish, for your top bracket. And, you got to pay the state of California. I'm very happy that you live there. It's all good. But, to net 5.7%, you got to make 10% to net that 5.7. And by the way, you would do it with no risk. And there's no way for me to get you a clean after-tax 5.7% return with zero risk. So I would do it.
Great.
Right?
And I talked to Brian and I said, you know what Jill's going to say? Also, there is this piece of making you feel better. It's like people who want to pay their mortgages off early because it makes them feel better. And we looked at that and we said, Brian, up until this point, he's actually been leasing vehicles, so he's had very low, but that means he's also essentially had no debt. And now he has a truck, and he said, well, now I have debt, and I'm not used to that. And I said, if it makes you feel better not to have that, that may be the answer Jill gives you. So this is really definitive. Yeah.
And you know what? If you had zero liquidity, if you had no money in your high yield savings or in your brokerage account, I might not give you this advice. If you said, if we flip some of the numbers around, right? And you said to me, okay, what I have is $500,000 in my 457 plan, then I wouldn't say take money out of your plan or borrow money to pay off the debt. I'd just say, okay, whittle that debt down. But you have the money, and it's like a weirdly karmic thing that an RV sale is allowing you to buy to pay off this debt. And then you just keep putting that money away. I think it's a great plan, and I like it. And I'm glad you moved in together. And I'm looking forward to the wedding.
Thank you. And I took your advice last time we spoke, and we're in about, even though Brian is older, we went ahead and invested essentially the same. He's willing to take the risk. He knows what it means. So we are in a 10% bond, probably 10 to 15 international stock, and the rest in domestic stocks and equities. So
players,
where we were.
That's where you lost Jill.
That's where you lost. No, I mean, it's okay. If you know the risk, I'm not going to talk you out of it, right? It sounds like you explained it. Look, as you get closer to potentially needing your money, you have to change that. That's what I would say.
By the way, you guys are making a lot of money in a high tax state. So if and when you start using some bonds in that taxable account, you would probably want to use a muni bond. At least look at it.
Yeah.
Great.
And one last thing, just until you do get married, just make sure that whatever documents are created, say the things you want them to say. If you want all of your money to go to one another, then obviously as a beneficiary of retirement accounts, you do that. But if you have accounts like these brokerage accounts, if you have transfer on death accounts, that will be very helpful. And then also, of course, do estate planning. Okay?
Yes.
Done and done.
Done and done. We're good at that.
Thank you guys for joining us. If you have a question or you want to understand kind of what to do with your RV sale money or anything, a big lump sum, give us a holler. Go to jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. And of course, let us know if you'd be willing to join us on the air live. All of the information that we produce all the time lives on our website. So check it out, jillonmoney.com. Subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite shows. And of course, do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.